Hey, what's up guys, Echo here, and I'm going to show you how to make optical flares in After Effects. What you'll need for this is a Video Copilot optical flare plugin, and you'll also need the Pro Presets pack. It's actually a recommendation, but it pretty much has a bunch of presets for optical flares, so you don't have to make them your own, and I highly recommend you get it. I'll try and have a download link in the description. If not, sorry, but yeah, let's get started. So here's what I made in like a second. Let me RAM preview it. Anytime now. So yeah, it's nothing fancy. I just made it like for a second. So yeah, let's dissect this real quick, just so you can get the outline of it. Here I have a black solid with an optical flare effect on top of it, and here I just have to clip and then just add the color correction. I mean, there's not much to it. It's actually really easy and it doesn't take that long. So yeah, let me restart all of this. So delete, and here we have our clip. Let's RAM preview it real quick. And yeah, so actually the clip I used my last edit. Too lazy to sync another clip, so yeah. So the first thing we'll do, like I said before, we're gonna add a black solid, just so we can put our optical flare on top of it. It is possible to add it on the clip itself, but that's not recommended. It's not good practice. Just trust me on that. Add it over a black solid. And also, if you're having multiple optical flares, try and add them on different solids. And yeah, so let's actually get started. Let me trim this down real quick. I'm going to press O to go to the end of this clip, just a little tip. O to go to the end of this clip, and then Alt forward bracket to trim it right here. Just a tip. That's nothing have to do with optical flares, but yeah. So yeah, let's add optical flares. So Video Copilot optical flare, and it gives you the default. Oh yeah, I need to make it viewable. Okay, it gives you the default, and as you can see, you can't really see anything because it's a black solid. And the first thing that should come to your mind is to change the compositing mode to add this layer of the black. There are different ways to do this, but I find it more efficient just to change it to add. I mean, that's the easiest way, and it's better. So yeah, there are only like 4 variables that you should change in your optical flare effects in, and those are the 2 main ones are the position and the brightness. I mean, that's logical. And then you want to change the position of the optical flare, and then you want to change how bright it is. I mean, that's logical. And then the 2 other ones are the center position, which is this right here. You see that little flare coming out, and you want to change that. And that's kind of optional, but I mean, I do it a lot. And then you also want to change the flicker, which you just go down here, and then you have these 2 values: the speed that it flickers, and then the amount. So like, I mean, it's self-described. I mean, you can think through it, but yeah. So let's close that up, and let's start from the beginning. So I'm gonna kind of make the optical flare burst right after he hits it. So I'm gonna trim it right when he shoots it. So trim the black solid itself. So I'm gonna press Alt left bracket, and that will trim my clip. And then yeah, after that, let me trim the side too. Alt right bracket. So initially I'm gonna change the position. So click the key button on position, and I'm gonna open it up down here. You can also click it down here too. And yeah, let's do our best just to kind of motion track it a little bit. I mean, the cinematic doesn't move that much, so it should be fine. So I'm just gonna move it right here, and move it kind of a little bit to the. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You won't really tell, and that should be fine. So next, you should. We're gonna change the brightness. So you could start the brightness at 0, but for my style I kind of started just a little bit low, and then it kind of explodes out and then goes back down. So I'm going to start the brightness at around 50. So let me press the keyframe button, Let's start around 50. I'm gonna change it to maybe 100 or I'm gonna change to 150 or 200. I'll change to 200, and then kind of like make it decrease back down to like 100. I mean, this is self-preference. It's up to you. So we have edited the values of the position and the brightness right now. So let's take a look what we have. So it's kind of basic, nothing much, and yeah. So this shouldn't take that long. Let's adjust the flicker now. This is kind of self-preference too. A good speed for me is 70, and amount is 50. I mean, that is just for me. I change it up all the time. This is not something you should just copy just because I say so. It's really up to you. I mean, if you want to make the optical flare speed slower, I mean, it's up to you. I'm a hardcore editor, so I kind of like the optical flares fast, but it might not be the same for you. So yeah, you can kind of see a flicker a little bit right there, and yeah, it looks good. So the last thing I said we were going to change is center position, and I'm just going to make a quick keyframe. So at the end of your clip, just make it extend all the way out. So just make it extend right there. I mean, that's fine. You could make it varied a little bit, but you know, it's fine. So we have the basis of our optical flare. I'm gonna go to options now. You could do this before you edit these positions, but I usually do it at the end. So I'm gonna go to options, and I'm gonna go to our Pro Presets pack. This is the presets I was talking about that you need to download. I think it's from Video Copilot itself. So let's go in that folder, and it includes a lot of presets that you probably have seen before. Like I've seen this flare for so many times, and I've been trying to find out where it came from, and it was in this pack. So I'm just gonna click this for now. So yeah, and also yeah, when you click it, you have some options here. The only ones I change is the lens catcher, which is kind of like, you'll see what it is. I change it usually to dirty, but you know, it's up to you. You can change it to any one of these. So I change it to dirty, and it gives like this lens overlay thing, which is pretty cool. So you can add that in if you want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's pretty much it for optical flares. I mean, one good tip is when you have your color correction adjustment layer on top of it, try and turn on your color correction just to see what your optical flare looks like with the color correction on, because your color correction could make it so much brighter and you can't even see anything. So just play around with it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, optical flares really don't take that long. I mean, this was an 8-minute tutorial. I usually finish them in like 30 seconds, maybe. I mean, it depends on the motion tracking and all of that. I mean, it's really not that hard. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. It's kind of off pace, but yeah, see you guys later. Peace.